Have you ever wanted to visit a country that you feel is worth knowing about? Well, today I want to talk to you about a country that's located in Central America, which also happens to be the second largest country in Central America, also known as Honduras. Honduras, to compare, Honduras is a little bit bigger than Tennessee, which is a good comparison since it is a country. According to the World Factbook, Spanish is their first language, but they do speak many languages, English being their second. Majority of them are Catholics, and they do have really beautiful churches that are often fun to visit. One interesting thing about people in Honduras is that instead of pointing fingers, which we do in America, instead of pointing fingers, which can be found as disrespectful, they simply turn their head and look in the direction that they were wanting to point and perch their lips is how they communicate with pointing. One also interesting thing about Honduras, Honduras is the home of the second largest coral reef, which is something that's interesting considering the world is really important, especially to places that depend on that. One thing is that Honduras does depend on tourists and many things like that, considering that they do evolve around how they make their money. According to Honduras' Country Review article, 2/3 of the women stay home, and although they are in poverty, most times the women stay home to provide for the family while the husband or the kids are at work. Although education is not really a priority to them over there, they do manage to make good money, or at least make ends meet. In 2017, I actually had the opportunity to visit there, and it is sad to see that kids have to sacrifice many things, but they're always willing to help their families in the best way. A personal experience that I had is that you would see on the side of the roads how they would simply ask for money by cleaning your windshields, and it's cool to see how they are determined to do so without asking, just for hands out. The weather over there is simply rainy. It's basically tropical weather, and it's really hot considering that it is in Central America. So here I have obviously their flag, which is a really cool flag. My favorite color is blue, so there's that. And then on the map, just in Central America, it shows the Honduras. This next one, I have a Rotan sign, which is where of the part of Honduras that I visited in 2017. And then here I have a really pretty beach because their beaches are really important to them, considering that they are a big tourist city. Also, they are known for hiking because they do have a lot of mountains, and it's crazy to see their houses basically just staggered on top of each other. And they're also known for snorkeling and scuba diving. And considering they do have the second largest coral reef, it's pretty cool to actually see the reef. This next one, Hondurans are really passionate about music. Therefore, I do have a picture of them playing their music instruments, and it's really cool to see how they are very interested in that. Now, this next picture, I have a personal picture. When I was in Honduras in 2017, I am actually right here with them playing music. So it was really cool to see their lifestyle. And then here, also in 2017, we were able to do an excursion that had many cool things. This was on the beach, and they do have many things like, snorkeling, scuba diving, horseback riding, jet skis, many things. And then here, this is their national plate. It's known as Plato Típico, which basically translates to typical plate. It's basically a plate full of beef, plantains, many things. And then here, also a personal picture. It's the Mahogany Bay Rotan sign. Really pretty because they have, the flowers and pretty trees. And then here, also a personal picture, which was based in the excursion that we did. It was like a little island, and many people would just basically swim over there and kind of just chill in that area. So that was it for the slideshow. And then also, just wondering if anyone had questions What made Roatan, Honduras, the most interesting? I feel as the most interesting is because I'm always open-minded to see other people, how they live. So it's really cool to see how they strive to do better and always looking for room for improvement. Did I try any dishes in Honduras? Yes, I actually tried like a side dish. Basically, they're plantains, and those are really good. I would recommend them to anybody that would be traveling to Honduras. Are there any more questions? Would I go to Honduras again? I don't know if I'd necessarily go to Honduras again, but I do say that it was worth the time that I was there, and it was something that was really cool to see how everyone lived. I probably, like I said, would not go again, but it was really cool to experience that at least once in my lifetime. I can say that I did it, and yeah. Are there any more questions? No? Okay.